Hello, everyone. Hope
Hello,
you're having a
welcome.
wonderful day. This is the DOScathlon 3. We're gonna be starting up in just a second. All the racers are already ready. As you can see, the game list is right there. It's gonna be The Incredible Machine, Genocide 2. It's a Korean DOS game. Worms, Skyroads, Settlers 2, Mario Teaches Typing, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Manhattan Missions, Cannon Fodder, Rebel Assault 2. That's a Star Wars game. Please don't send us any things, Disney. And Commander Keen 3. Keen Must Die. And I'm here with the wonderful The 3-2. My
Hello.
name is Shema. And we're gonna be commentating for you this event.
We have a very interesting list this time. Got a good variety of games. There's nothing quite like The Incredible Machine to really compare it against.
Yeah, alright. I think everyone is ready, so we can switch
Okay,
onto the
cool.
race screen. And that also means that I have to put on the audio. Just give me a second.
Capturing from weapon. And now I really want to know what the cat does, so I'm gonna have to look that up later.
Alright. Alright, we're gonna start on for the first four in no particular order, just like the order pretty much they entered and they went online. There are a total of 6 racers tonight, or this afternoon, I guess. And
Yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, it's fine. I was saying the ones off screen right now are Infinite Mystery and Thor of Kenya.
Right, yes.
They're there. And we'll be starting shortly here.
Just a few seconds. Just
A lot of these were picked with being pretty reasonable, easy to reach goals for the blind race. With a little bit of practice, even the regular ones weren't too bad, and then they went and just blew most of the initial estimates out of the water while they were practicing.
oh
So
yeah,
it should be interesting to see how this goes.
we had a ton of time saves in all games. Like the estimated time went down hours, so to
Yeah.
say.
Settlers especially.
Yeah, Settlers went from like half an hour to less than 4 minutes.
Yeah, it helps a lot when we let them speed up the cycles.
They pretty much destroyed again. Even with sped up cycles, the first times were like half an hour, sub 20 at first, and then some new strategies were evolved, and they beat the game in record time.
Yeah.
Alrighty, just one last thing I have to do.
This was an incredible machine for like an embarrassingly long time during the blind race. It's kind of like trial and erroring what each piece did.
Yeah.
It took a lot of people a long time to figure out how to hook up the bands to the hamster cage.
We have everybody ready, so we're gonna start now.
Alright.
Gonna start up in 10 seconds. And and go. It's gonna be a small delay for the stream, of course. Good luck to all the racers.
I was gonna say that someone had their cursor on the screen. That's kind of all of them. That's kind of the point of the platform.
Have a cursor on your stream in this mouse click game. Alright, for people that don't know the Incredible Machine, it's pretty much a puzzle game that involves what's the name of those kind of machines? The chain reaction machines?
Yeah, a Rube Goldberg device.
Exactly, yeah. What you have to do for each level is to reach a certain goal. Like, it tells you what the goal is. In this case, it's get the basketball through the little hole there. As you can see, there are already some people using some different strategies. There are a few different strategies. Of course, the one that needs less clicking is the best strategy to be the fastest.
Yep.
And there are some shortcuts for a lot of stages where you can just do the objective without, like, in a way that was not really intended.
Just gotta know how to game that physics engine.
Yep, and also finding out what the hotkeys are, because the manual doesn't tell you. That was a big part
That
of
too.
this.
I actually didn't know there were hotkeys.
Yeah, nobody knew until someone found out about them.
Great.
Seems like Door of Kenya still hasn't started up.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's just a stream delay here. It's like in a different
Could be.
location.
Just get mesmerized watching the one with all the little seesaw catapults. Just like boing, boing.
Yeah, the physics on those catapults, on those trampolines are really odd. Like, it's kind of Mario physics, where the more you bounce on them, the higher you get.
Oh yeah, I had a hard time figuring the spacing out on that one. It's like they have to hit the right part of the trampoline too. You see a little bit of fidgeting and tweaking on there too, so I'm not alone. Dope. And there he goes.
Yep, we have Weapon finishing the first game. The others are not far behind. And he's gonna switch to Genocide 2, which is a Korean DOS game. There's a certain, like, brand of games
Yeah,
on DOS.
it's a good follow-up to last year's with Iron Blood.
Yeah, I think this game controls a lot better, and the music in this game is excellent.
Yeah,
Really
it's a good presentation step up.
Yeah, so you control the smack, and you have some different weapons. You have the sword, and you have like a little helper drone called Betty that you can bring out at any time, and you can charge it up and shoot. There's a lot of movement tricks in this game, like double jumping and running by double tapping. You can also swipe in any direction. This game I really recommend just playing casually. It's definitely one of the big games you can definitely beat in a little bit of time.
Oh yeah, you can play it on a console too if you prefer.
Yeah. Some stages are a little bit cheesy, but once you figure out how to cheese yourself with Betty, then it's not that bad anymore. Because Betty, you can pretty much like, you can kind of camp the enemies in a way. Shoot
I like
them
the little
before they have
hop
a
at you.
defense. Oh yeah.
The little soldier guys that just keep flipping at you. And do more damage than they have any right to.
Yeah, so the blind goal for this race was just to beat 2 of the stages of the first level. The reason why we didn't do the third one is it contains a boss, and that boss is a... If you don't know how to manipulate him, it's an RG nightmare. Since it has like a weak spot that only reveals itself for a short amount of time. And you can kind of manipulate him to bring it out, but if you don't know that, you're just gonna like stand there and try to figure out how to beat the boss. I think Glitchwitch actually beat the boss during the blind race. So I took a lot of time the first time. That was probably the hardest boss for me in the whole game. So weapon on to the second part there. He's trying to kill those walls. If you kill the upper part of the walls, the lower part dies. So you're trying to like get a good shot in on the top part of the wall, like Bald Knight is doing here. If you can, pretty much can kill it in one shot, which saves you a lot of time, as you can see.
Nice.
So he pretty much went in front with just that trick alone. Oh, they are super synced right now. Just waiting for the boss to die there, the mini-boss. It's a pretty annoying mini-boss. It like this debris floating around, and then you can't really hit him very good because it tends to like float away.
Kami's coming out of the pit now too. Have you ever been any place that actually has diagonal elevators like that? They gotta exist, right?
They exist in the Lambda complex, I can tell you, but I haven't actually seen a real one yet. Alright. Bald Knight's done, weapons done, both switching over to Worms. Waiting for the 30-second mandatory delay between games. That just gives them enough time to set up, because sometimes like with DOSBox, like you get a little bit of time to like, especially since like you have to like get it right for the stream. And Worms, probably a game everyone knows. It's pretty
really fun multiplayer.
Yeah. The goal here is to just beat the AIs one time. They're all using custom, like you can type in a seed, pretty much, and that gives you a map, and pretty much every one of them has like a preference in what type of map they use. What's still random is the worm placement, so you can see Bald Knight is resorting sometimes to get a better placement on his worms.
I was going to ask how much you can control that with naming them.
Oh.
One
of the
because they were talking in the practice channel a lot about like how much certain names seem to be treating them. Didn't know how much that actually influenced stuff.
Huh, yeah. So one of the best weapons in this game is split bomb? No, what's it called? Cluster bomb, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
If you can hit it in a small area, you pretty much can one-shot a worm. But it also, they're using maps with a bridge, so as soon as a worm falls down the bridge, they're dead. So they pretty much want to kill them as fast as possible. The AI is pretty strong in this game. They have dead on aim as long as they have a shot, basically. They can calculate like arced shots pretty well, especially with grenades. But that kind of, as soon as they can't reach you very well, they tend to just do dumb stuff. So you can kind of use that to your advantage. Seems like Bald Knight is maybe done. Yes, I think so. Just watching the replay of the last thing. They're also utilizing sudden death mode, which puts every worm on 1 HP. Unfortunately, it seems like Weapon kinda lost the first round there, so he has to go for the second round right now.
Oh. We're on to Sky Roads over in Nate's corner.
Okay, I'm just getting noticed that Thorf Kenya is in the race, but he is... I'm not getting a stream at the moment.
Yeah, connection trouble, huh?
So, but he's still in this, so that's fine. Just gonna retry. Yeah, I think he's like streaming from a remote location, so...
Yeah. Yeah, you mentioned streaming from a remote before, but I wasn't sure if that meant just away from home or if he was, like, in a remote location. Like Kenya.
Alright, we have Thor actually now on, and he is already on Sky Roads.
Hey, cool.
So, let's sort these out a little bit. I'm not sure what race he is on, because I kind of lost track a little bit in that. So the goal in Sky Roads is to beat 9 roads, and this can be any road, so people quickly figured out which are the fastest to beat. This game is super fun. It's pretty much just movement and jumping at the right time. It gets a little bit to get used to the controls, but once you do, it's like super fun. It's pretty difficult.
Okay.
Some roads can be pretty tricky. There's a lot of trial and error involved there.
Yeah, especially when figuring out which ones just kind of drop off.
Yeah, I think Thor of Kenya's stream just vanished again, unfortunately.
Oh.
At least we know he's in the race, so that's good. Okay, let's get a quick look on Infinite Mystery. Oh, wait, did he actually...
Yeah, there he is.
Oh, okay, all good. Quickly recrop him there.
Poking away at the infinite machine.
This game also has excellent music. Very nice tunes.
You gotta have good tunes when you're racing.
Oh yeah.
You're not even really racing, you're just kind of cruising. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, there's a max speed, but and some stuff is a little bit impossible depending on how much max speed you're going for. One good thing about this game is also that you can buffer jump, so there are some sections where if you know the exact speed you want to go for, you can just hold jump and pretty much make the whole course just by holding jump. And we have Boltmate moving over to Settlers 2 already.
Oh, hey. He's got the node view on, which helps immensely when you're trying to build stuff.
Yeah, so Settlers 2 was probably the most complicated game for people to learn because it's like it's a mix of real-time strategy and simulation. And there are a lot of nuances to the game that you have to know to kind of like be good and fast in the game. We are allowing a so-called speed cheat, which is an in-game built-in cheat. You'd have to type in winter and then you can speed up the game, because else this would probably take like over an hour. The strategy by using this cheat, of course, changes a little bit. You don't have to like build for throughput, which you would have to do in like the regular strats. But this also makes it pretty interesting because you can do a lot of things by speeding up the game.
Whoa!
Okay, we have Evil Commie Dictator now also on Settlers.
Weapon hopped off the side of the track, and I felt that.
Yeah. You cannot really control your jump that much in the air. Once you do it, you kind of have to hold the direction and jump.
Yeah.
But once you're jumped, you're kind of like... You can do it a little bit, I think, for width. But you cannot really have full control for it. And he did it now, so he's on to Settlers as well.
Yep. Yeah, Twitch has twitched for me, so I'm going to refresh.
And now we get to enjoy the wonderful Settlers 2 sound. It's not a bad song, but it's just this one song that's playing on repeat. And the damn birds get so so annoying. Fortunately, this run is very short now. So what they're basically doing is they're beating the AI to expand very far, which enables them to like take out a lot of problems they would have if they played regularly. One thing that's pretty much a science in itself is attacking, because you have to have like a certain amount of soldiers in a building in range to be able to do that. Also, like your soldiers, you have to produce gold, which like you have to build mines, and it's kind of like a chain of things you have to do to like upgrade your soldiers, because you can really only do much with the fully upgraded soldiers. The other soldiers are pretty useless. So yeah, he's pretty much locking in that high speed now. Bald Knight is. All of them are. It is pretty much go to high speed, then slow down, build a lot of stuff, then go back to high speed. Because in high speed, the movement becomes like your mouse becomes kind of janky.
Yeah, I can kind of see how things jump around.
Okay, I think Sword of Kenya is also on Settlers now.
Ah, cool.
Just got a little bit of a refresh there. Oh yeah, he is. We can bring him in now. Looking good.
I think when I was doing the blind race, the thing I had the most trouble with in Settlers was actually building roads.
Yeah. The controls are a little bit iffy at times. There's also a lack of hotkeys, unfortunately. But it seems like Bald Knight is very making good progress there. Unfortunately, he got the bad RNG, so he had to... No, he didn't get the bad RNG, actually. He got the good RNG where the gate is actually within the borders of the enemy, so sometimes you have to build an extra barracks to win the round.
Welcome to Mario Teaches Typing!
Welcome to Mario Teaches Typing.
Hooray! Hello, DOScathlon!
So the goal in this game is just one loop of text, and this game has only like one loop of text, which is kind of like for a game like this. At least they could have done more than like one paragraph of typing for the level, I guess. But at least they ripped the Super Nintendo sounds, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and double spaces are indeed a thing in this game. I did not know that about that thing at all before I played this game.
Yeah, that threw me off. There's something about like these like licensed out Nintendo games, like they've always got this look where like they have really good color depth and detail, but at the same time they're off model, so it's like it looks good and bad at the same time.
Yeah, and different style for pretty much all of it. It's like, and I don't know what it is. Like, those games really seem to have a fetish with pipes, somewhat. Look at those 57 words per minute. That's pretty good pace right there.
Type your way out of the quicksand.
What you can do is just hit your whole keyboard. I think for the first level, there's just a few letters. You can just press those few letters together every time.
Oh, you mean like the really basic level?
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't seem to really care what keys I was hitting. Mario teaches key smashes.
And we have weapon on to Mario teaches typing.
Cool.
I think Dora of Kenya's stream broke again, so that's fine.
What's even going on the title screen there? Luigi's dragging the princess away from the keyboard.
You don't type here?
Oh! Slavity missed the tunnel.
Yeah, and as you can see, the text of this stage is very inventive about the American Civil War and the first American president and stuff.
Yeah. One thing to watch out for in this one is that the loop in the typing does just kind of stop in the middle of the section. Exactly. It doesn't end clean at a room.
That was like in blind. We had a lot of people that were almost doing like 2 loops. Interplay. I'm not sure. That might become Bliss at some point. Maybe. I don't really know.
I forget how that went.
Also, like the subtleness of the South had philosophical differences to the North.
Mm.
Isn't there supposed to be like a comma after Emancipation Proclamation which outlawed slavery? Or is that...
Probably.
Huh. 120 arrows.
Since it's like clarifying or defining.
Yeah. I think I have to write a strongly worded letter to the developers. To Blizzard, I guess.
Well, to be fair, I mean, like, they're just teaching typing. They're not trying to get fact-checking or anything else down.
Yeah.
You'll have to come back for Mario teaches grammar. Please disregard our earlier game.
Oh, look at that weapon with 74 words per minute.
That's
75
impressive.
now. Oh, yeah. Some good typing there. I'll have Bald Knight done with Mario Teacher's typing. On to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, the Manhattan
Nice.
mission. Not
I
related
like this
to,
one more
yeah.
than I thought I was going to.
Like
Sorry.
sorry, yeah. The gatekeeper of this game is pretty much the controls, because they are, if you don't know how they work, he pretty much just stopped this game right there, because like it seems terrible. But actually, if once you get used to controls, it's actually pretty playable. The problem being
It's
that
almost...
sorry.
No, I was saying it's almost got like a Prince of Persia kind of thing, where like, or maybe like Karateka is a better example, where like you have to get into a fighting stance, otherwise you just get laid out. Like that. But yeah, there's like a weird button combination when you need to take your weapon out, and that really takes a lot of adjusting.
Yeah. And there are like different modes. There's attack mode and there's like normal mode, I guess. And there's a lot of holding a button and pressing a direction to do certain things involved. And you can only do certain things in certain modes. Like climbing a ladder, which you pretty much have to write an essay to do that. There's a little bit of a glitch that we found, where you can go to the upper platform from the ladder directly. So that saves some time. That is actually not in the current world record, so... If someone...
So you could add it.
Yeah.
I kind of wish there were more open-ended Ninja Turtle games like this, where it's kind of less direct combat and... I don't know.
Sandbox Ninja Turtles, that would be cool, actually.
I like the approach.
Ninja Turtles RPG. Would also
I think they did do like a stealth game at one point that probably didn't actually review well.
Oh.
I know the last couple ones were kind of stinkers. Oh, hey, cannon fodder.
Yeah, Cannon Fodder, nice little top-down shooter, very fun. There's an NES, Super NES version of this.
Genesis 2.
Yep, but of course it's meant to be played with a mouse.
And with the vocal theme song.
Oh yeah.
Ba 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 ba.
War is so much fun.
As I understand that the game was done as like a semi-protest kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like a parody, like, isn't there a movie like this too?
Yeah.
Kind of displays the, like, the cruelty of war in a comic-like.
Yeah, like black humor, I guess they would call it.
Yeah. There is a list of games to play. Let me bring that up for you really quick.
Every time I play cannon fodder, I still reflexively try to shoot the bird.
Yeah. So here are the games. They're already on Cannon Fodder, so only Rebel Assault and Commander Keen remain. They are blasting through these games. And that's pretty much due to the fact that so much time was saved by finding new strategies for all of these games. So yeah, like, Rebel Assault 2 was kind of like a block for a lot of players, since it's not an easy game.
Not at all.
It's in fact a pretty impossible game in some regards.
I should try normal just out of morbid curiosity.
Yeah.
It's like... It was tough, but I don't see what they could add to it to make it tougher unless, like, it gets harder to hit things somehow. Or if there's
Well,
more commands when you're turning.
tougher in that regard is you get less hits, like in the
Oh,
Millennium
yeah.
Falcon stage. You are dead in like, I think 5 to 8 hits.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah, and that pretty much is just one screw up, because you take like 5 hits from one screw up alone. And it's not even a screw up, it's like the game really has trouble telling you what it wants to do, because like you're going through tunnels and stuff. And
You're basically just like kind of maneuvering through a fixed video clip in a lot of the stages, aren't you?
yes, pretty much.
Which they did it convincingly enough. I thought they were like actual rendered stages. Like it fits together good.
Yeah, the game looks really good.
Because it's really easy to do that type of game badly. I'm sure some people have seen like the Sega CD Power Rangers game where they literally just took an episode of the show and put command prompts over it.
Ah, yeah, these kind of games. Okay. Dorothin of Kenya is now on Mario Teaches Typing. But I'm not sure how far behind I am on his stream, because it splits, say, like 16 minutes. So it's really hard to tell how far he is in reality. Meanwhile, evil coming dictator just beating turtles. Moving on to cannon fodder now.
Blast, it's cold.
Yeah, the one thing that you have to know about cannon fodder is don't go near houses when you explode them, because they have doors that pop out and they have roofs that fall on you. Oh, and Weapon just got terrible RNG. Like these boxes that they have to pick up for bombs, they can also explode, and he happened to stand right next to it with all his soldiers, so he got exploded there. Yeah, so you want to pick up, I think one is enough, kinda. So he does that now, he just picks up one box, and it gives him a few bombs to explode all of these houses there.
How many do you get per box again? Like
4.
5? 4?
Yeah. And there's the last one. Oh, he can die here. This was super dangerous, he almost took at that there. But makes it through, completes the mission. Meanwhile, Botnate is committing genocide on the natives.
Yeah, he's getting into the spirit of things.
He also utilizes the split up option, which is very smart for time saving. You can split up your team into multiple teams, and you can switch to them. So what he does is he does one part of the map with one team, and then he uses the other one so he don't have to backtrack.
That's a good plan. Yes, the quicksand.
Quicksand, yeah, you don't really see it, but you will pretty much feel it. There's this little stuff he just is walking by. If you walk in it, you slowly sink. And the first time you play this, you will pretty much walk in it because you don't realize it. There are also mines underground, which are really hard to see. And usually you just like wondering what happened when half of your squad or your full squad gets wiped by a mine.
And Nate's moving right along into Rebel Assault.
Oh yeah. So the goal here is to beat 6 chapters on custom difficulty because the other difficulties are marked impossible, pretty much. They are not impossible, but the controls in this game in some stages are so bonkers that like it's really hard. The first stage, pretty much point and click. The faster you take these out, the better, because they're gonna do damage, and the longer the waves will take also. So you can save some time, even though this is kind of like... I don't want to use the word auto-scroller, but it kind of is. It scrolls a video, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of a Star Foxy rail shooter kind of thing.
Yeah. There's some other parts of the game where you can save more time by just doing things a little bit faster. But the main point of this game is do not die. And you die very easily in this game and you have to restart chapter. And it's one of the few games that actually use the original score as it is.
Yeah, you would think more of them would.
Yeah. And it really shows, like, when you play this game at some points, when you have, like, this battle music going, and really gets you in the mood. Like, besides being frustratingly difficult, this game is really fun to play.
It's giving the B-Wing a starring role.
Oh yeah. The B-Wing, I think it's a bomber ship.
Yeah, I think it's classed as a bomber.
Yeah, which, I mean, they took kind of literally in... What was the movie? The Rebel movie thingy?
Rogue One, maybe?
Oh yeah, Rogue One, yeah. Kind of.
I didn't see it.
Or was that the no, wait, I think it was actually the episode 2 of the new ones. Last Jedi, which was an incredible stupid movie, to be honest. It was so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'll watch it.
It's a bomber, so you have to literally bomb the ground. Yeah, I guess. Yes. That's what the B-Wing is for, I guess. No. Even though it has absolutely no point, like, its shape to do that. So yeah, what Spawn is doing is here, he wants to like pretty much kill everything that comes up once it spawns. Because this really, like, there's a set amount of enemies here. So the faster you kill them, the faster the stage ends. The one thing he has to pretty much watch out is that he doesn't die. But he's in pretty good shape. So he shouldn't have any trouble there.
I like how the stormtroopers just disintegrate when they touch those wires in the middle ground. Looks like a dark seed death.
So yeah, here's the first of the very stupid stages where you kind of don't know what the game wants you to do. There are arrows on the screen. You can, like, some difficulties don't have these arrows, but these arrows don't really help that much in the term that it tells you to go up, but it doesn't tell you how much. Especially like in this like corner, it doesn't even have an arrow, but it wants you to turn right. But how much? I don't know really. Like a lot, I think. And then you have to immediately pull back. Like it's kind of floaty. Imagine the mouse on the screen and the ship basically only staying still if the mouse is in the middle of the screen. And of course you don't see your mouse. So you kind of have to judge where the mouse would be by where your ship goes. And that can be really frustrating. But Bolt Knight makes it through the hard parts, and now he's like in the first person view mode, where you have to kind of just dodge. Just basically, if there's an arrow on the screen, you're slightly to the right of your screen, that's enough. They have to just be more than a little bit, like you just have to be left of the middle of the screen for that to count, basically, and it makes it a lot easier than the flying stuff where you actually have to be accurate. The only thing you can do in this stage, really, you can't really do anything to speed that one up. You can do some things to, like, take less damage, but I don't think it matters much on this difficulty.
Just kind of inevitable, huh?
Yeah. The damage carries over, so if you took a lot of damage in the flying section, in the third-person view, you kind of have to watch out to not die here. But he has plenty of health. There's also some regeneration if you don't take damage for a while. And he's through. Onto the X-Wing section. This one can be pretty tricky because you have to take out mines while following those arrows. And those arrows, like, if you play this for the first time, they kind of seem a little bit counterintuitive because, like, sometimes the game just, like, the way he flies, he makes like a turn in the last second, and then like you don't expect it to go that way. But for once, they actually have a reason to go in this asteroid field. Like in a lot of games, like it's an asteroid field because there's an asteroid field, and they're going through it because they are stupid, I guess. In this case, they're kind of want to find a mining base on an asteroid, so the asteroid field makes a little bit more sense. And there you can see how stupidly the mines move sometimes. They just wiggle around, you have trouble shooting them. And also, like, even if you shoot them in the last second, they still hit you somehow. Like, they're already close enough, I guess.
Yeah, those mines are nasty. I actually thought they were supposed to be some kind of fighter, but I guess they kind of narrate that away.
Yeah. This stage is pretty difficult also, but not one of the most difficult ones. This one is doable, I think, on any difficulty. The only thing that difficulty basically does is just gives you less hits. This stage can be pretty hard on normal difficulty because you have these TIE fighters come in, and sometimes they just immediately shoot you. Just now. Like, you don't even have a chance to evade. Like, and if you don't kill them instantly on spawn, they get so out of hand that you just get spammed to death.
Yeah, this part was, I think this is where I gave up. When they start shooting from off-screen and nailing you, which is like...
Yeah.
a bit much.
Yeah, the only thing you can do basically to prevent that is to just kill everything else fast, so you can focus on him fast, because he will take some hits no matter what. But there's some there's some regeneration that helps you get your damage down again. And this music is so great. So weapon in the first-person flying mode, and evil commie dictator not far behind, and one stage behind him. Now a weapon in the asteroid section. They're pretty close together, and we're already coming up on the pretty much the end here.
This tunnel's reminding me of the tutorial in TIE Fighter.
Oh yeah, where you fly through the rings.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was very good by Baldmate. You almost did it first loop, which is pretty much impossible. In this section, you have to kill like these little things around the shields here, which then let you in the core. And pretty much this just loops around until you kill them. Oh, we almost got there, the last one. Like, the longer you take to take them out, I think there are 3 or 4 in total. Oh, he also missed that one, that's unfortunately. But it's almost impossible to do it first round because like you have to hit 6 perfect shots, and in this game the shot detection isn't very good. He made it in now, so he didn't lose much time. I think he took 2 loops or 3, I'm not sure.
So it's harder than hitting womp rats with your T16.
A lot harder, yes. Oh, he took out all the things there. That's not even
nice.
Mandatory. And he made it. And that's the end of the goal here.
Nice.
And he's on to the last game already. So we're in the final stretch. This is Keen, this is beat the game. The world record is like 2 minutes. So this is gonna be a fast one as well. You're gonna enjoy
really
the nice
nice.
blobs here.
Sorry. It was really nice to see Rebel Assault played through that smoothly.
Yeah. So we're approaching like a pace of sub 50 minutes, which is amazing, especially for the race here. Yeah, this blue little girl can be a little bit of trouble. I'm not sure if she can. You kind of want to manipulate her to like go down, but sometimes she just doesn't. But he takes it safe and he just kills her, which is good. The world record kind of manipulates her to like go right. I'm not even sure if it's just RNG or not. And that's very dangerous. If you die, you have to restart the stage, which is super annoying.
So is Keen just breaking into aliens' houses now?
Pretty much, yeah. And they're not even the evil guys. I'm sorry for the spoilers, but like, he's been killing these dudes for like 3 games now, and they're not even evil. They're like just mind controlled, I think. But he's been butchering them left and right.
Self-defense.
Yeah. Oh, I guess they wanted to blow up Earth, so there's that.
Earth is a stand your ground planet.
Kind of funny in Keen 2 you can like also just end the game by hitting one of the switches on the Doomsday weapon and the Earth just explodes.
I love options like that.
Yeah. So in this stage it's usually super long and super hard, but you can walk on the clouds pretty much and you can just go over the whole thing. Which is part of the reason why this game is so fast. Also, like, a lot of the stage, like, almost all of the stages in this game are pretty much optional if you know the route through these teleporters. And that pretty much puts him next to the last boss now. Which is there. He is gonna save, which is a good thing here, because this last boss can be a pain in the ass. You have to hit a few perfect shots here because you only have limited amount of ammo. And these stupid up and down things that block your shots. He's doing good progress here, making his way through. Oh nice, he actually got the cycle through there, makes a perfect shot there.
I think Thor's capture is frozen. He's probably having some connection trouble again.
Yeah. And now hits the heart and takes out the last boss. GG to Baldmate.
GG.
What a great time.
Well played.
That puts him in first place.
Congratulations, Nate.
With a time of
the
48 minutes and 58 seconds. That's amazing time.
Yeah, that's way under an hour. What was our original estimate on this?
Like 2 and a little bit hours.
It's a good picture.
Yeah. The end for now. There are more Keen games. Yeah, Settlers got a lot shorter than expected. But a lot of the games got a lot shorter than I expected originally, but mainly Settlers, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest chunk.
And Boltnate now coming up on the last boss.
Thor has dunned in second place
Thor
at 50-31.
Yeah. Yeah, his stream is so far behind, but I don't doubt he made that time.
So GG there.
GG indeed. And Weapon just finishing shortly behind him in third place. GG there too.
Yes, GG. Weapon put a ton of time into practicing and hammering things out and putting together tutorials for this, so extra congrats there.
Also the winner of the second DOScathlon.
He's a man who loves his DOS. It's a good face.
Indeed.
Yes. It's a good I finished Commander Keen face.
Okay, let's get some of the other runners in here. Evil commentator, evil combi dictator now on the last game as well.
I'm the evil commentator.
Slappy's Lap now on Settlers 2 and Infinite Mystery on Worms.
Was I am playing this blind, or...?
I am played through some of the games once. So he's semi-blind, kinda. He didn't really practice.
I seem to remember him having a few practice streams.
Yeah, he pretty much played through the whole list once.
I love that shortcut for Commander Keen.
The shortcut?
Yeah, just going up and over that entire stage.
Yeah. A lot of people figured that one out. I don't think anyone has beat the last stage in the blind run, actually. Like, legit, they all figured out the little thing to go over.
Well, I guess that cloud wouldn't be there if you weren't meant to do it.
Yeah. I think the way this game was conceived is pretty much that they tried to make a port of Super Mario 3 or something for DOS, and they showed it to Nintendo, and Nintendo said nope. So they made their own game pretty much.
I can kind of see that. Like a lot of companies that tried to audition Mario engines.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, this kind of like what they did was pretty good stuff, since like actually scrolling in all directions on DOS is not an easy feat at this time. And GG to ECD.
GG.
Finishes also sub-hour with a time of 54:38. GG to him.
Yeah, they are knocking it out of the park.
Good stuff, good stuff. Oops, I mistyped his name, I'm sorry. Yeah. Sure why I wrote copy. There we go. Right. Clickety clackly.
Nope. Thought I muted that.
No, it's Mario teaches typing.
I thought it was me.
No.
Was typing.
He has a pretty good words per minute. I don't think he had much time practicing, unfortunately. Something came up for him. So I had to take some time off for that. But
Still think the double speed thing is the weirdest thing in it.
the double space thing, yeah.
Like, I remember that being a thing when we were writing papers in school, like, after a sentence.
Yeah, I don't
But,
know.
like, only in a very specific typing style.
It seems like a essays typing or newspapers
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, it's like more for, like, academic papers and junk. I don't even think they do it anymore.
Yeah, I can't remember seeing it anywhere. I didn't even know it was a thing. It definitely wasn't a thing in Germany, as far as I remember. And he's done. Mid-stage, that's the loop. And it just continues with looping.
Nice.
That was a pretty good show there.
I guess it does give you a time right there in the game.
Oh yeah. On 2 turtles.
Yeah. So I take it if you turn off Casey Jones, that's like permadeath because they don't just go back to base injured, right?
I don't actually know. I never tried it. Well, that's possible, yeah. So you basically in this game you get like a set amount of time to beat the game. Like 24 hours in real time, but you can kind of skip time by resting, which gives you back your HP.
Kind of like games that do that, give you like a deadline to work towards.
Yeah, I kind of don't like games that do that. I hate deadlines in games, just in general.
Well, if it's like a generous one.
Yeah, if it's generous, then it's fine. But like, That's part of the reason why I don't really like Majora's Mask, really, for example.
Oh yeah, that's one.
You're just constantly under stress. Like, when I play a Zelda game, I kind of want to take my time and like check everything out. I guess you can do that in Zelda because you can just restart the cycle, but still.
Now there's like a later Armored Core that does that, and Devil Survivor is like a tactics game that does that, but like those are both like kind of stage based, and which stage you pick takes up more of the clock. So it's more like a budgeting thing than actual pressure.
Huh.
We are learning word per minute cheats in the chat.
Oh wow, they do a lot of damage in this stage.
You know, I haven't played any of those. Atelier.
The good
They
thing
made
about
enough
like,
of them.
yeah, the good thing in this game you can pretty much avoid most of the enemies by just jumping. He made it to the final boss there, so yeah, just pummels him down. Good show right there.
He defeated those cereal mascots.
Fortunately, nobody is letting the title screen roll for a little bit.
I do like Cannon Fodder a lot.
Yeah, it's a really fun game. It's like one of these typical games from that era, like the graphics, everything, like, just gives you this nostalgia. And this screen pretty much shows your lives. If all of your recruits die, you lost the war pretty much. Oh yeah, now I remember which movie I meant before. The Starship Troopers kind of does the
Oh yeah.
war thing in a like glorifying but ironic way.
Yeah, I think that flies over a lot of people's heads.
Yeah, it's odd how you can take this movie seriously, like as a war movie, because holy shit, is it not really subtle?
They're plainly kind of making fun of the system that they're using, but at the same time, it's like
there's so many like things in this movie that points it out pretty much in your face, like all the older people missing limbs, and they attacked us from the other side of the galaxy, so we kind of have to kill them. Yeah, sure. I know that the book is actually not that. Like, the book is actually meant seriously, and it's actually, so the writer of the movie kind of made it ironic.
yeah, they did like a TV series that kind of meets it in the middle.
Ah. I mean, the sequels, I think, are kind of also more towards the other end. I think the third one, I watched that one and I couldn't, like, it was super hilarious movie. There's one scene, like, I think it's pretty religious. There's one scene where they, like, fly up and there's a cross in the background or some shit. It's like super hilarious, that movie.
I I think I sat out the sequels and then I went back for that computer animated fake anime sequel they did. There's actually a really good scene in there that kind of went the opposite of what I thought it was going to, where like there's like a Japanese trooper and he started like getting into like a karate stance against one of the bugs and then he just dies. Like since it was actually by a Japanese studio, I thought he was going to get away with it.
And those kind of scenes I love in like movies when they do this kind of like where you set up like this badass thing and it just ends because it's semi-realistic in how it would go.
Like the swordsman in Indiana Jones.
Yeah, exactly. Just pull out your gun. Why wouldn't he? Blowing up that house. Unfortunately, one of the soldiers died in battle, so lost in service. Your units actually like promote, but I don't think it does anything other than make you more sad when you lose them.
Yeah, that's probably what they're going for.
So yeah, this stage is probably... it's not the hardest, but it's one of the harder ones, just because of like how many houses there are. So they're just gonna like spawn from these houses. And the problem is if you do that, there's still another chance to get bombs on another house. But it's pretty much his last chance to get bombs to finish the stage. If he doesn't take those bombs, he's gonna not be able to finish the stage here. But he gets it. Now he's stuck in the door. To watch out for the spawning soldier there. Yeah, the wayfinding in this game can be kind of janky at times, where soldiers get stuck on edges and stuff.
Boom.
What I like about this game, like the movement, is how the screen moves with your mouse, kinda.
Oh yeah.
Like it scrolls a little bit. That makes it kind of really fluid in terms of like what you're able to see. Because if it would just put your soldiers in the middle, like the screen would become really shaky, I guess, and you wouldn't have as much vision.
Yeah, it would just be constantly in motion. I think this kind of pointer is a good compromise for...
Yeah.
That way you don't have like a dedicated look button or something.
Yeah, and it's really smooth, like it speeds up and slows down when it has to go fast.
Hey, that's cool.
Yeah, you beat it with just a bazooka? That's nice. Watch out for that roof. I think it's RNG where it lands and can land right on your soldiers.
I was playing one map on here and I was like, I think I threw the grenade from like a bridge across a river and it smacked me right on the bridge. That time it seemed like it was heading straight for him.
Yeah. Also love the birds. I kind of like these, this Japanese trope of birds that, like, call you idiot. The aho birds.
Oh. There's an OVA I watched where all the technology ran on Aho power.
Ooh.
You know, while you're killing buildings, you might as well take out some of the people from them.
Yeah, like the killing stuff in this game is super satisfying. They just roll over, like you can shoot them indefinitely almost if you just keep shooting the body.
Yeah, get a nice gun juggle going. Hooray!
Base complete. Yeah, this is a pretty short mission right there. It's just defend in space and then walk on the pier and kill the building.
Yeah, this is where I blew myself up. The roof chunk just came straight up to the bridge.
Oh wow. Now this is an annoying mission because like the map is really big. But this is why most of the runners use multiple teams here to like not have to backtrack as much.
I think I tried to get through this without shooting villagers, but
Yeah,
they make it hard not to.
I think you have to.
Yeah, I think they do come after you after a while.
Also, I think you have to kill the counted enemy, I think. Yeah, they have a nice stew going in the middle. I wonder if this game got any controversy back in the day.
That's a good question.
I mean, it's pretty blatant, but it is war, so... You say, like, yeah, this is violent, yeah. War is violent, I guess.
It'd be kind of funny if, since they expressly went into this with a message, nobody picked up on it and nobody made any stink about it.
Yeah. So we already have 4 finishes. Baldnet first place, Darth Kenya second place, Weapon third place, just seconds behind. Oh, I actually put in the wrong time there, I'm sorry.
Whoop.
So yeah, less than a minute behind him, but on third place Weapon and then Evil Commie Dictator. 3 minutes later.
Discount Montgomery of Alamine.
Huh. Monstrous. Very unfortunate. Does that... cabin count as destroyed already, or? Gotta watch out for that mine there. Ooh. You can shoot the mines and blow them up.
Maybe that's why I don't run into more of them. I just keep shooting randomly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that pretty much happened to everyone playing this mission for the first time. I just place it in a choke right there. And they're so hard to see. Just look like a rock, pretty much. I mean, why would the game be offensive? Since it just pretty much shows it like it is. Of course, it kind of like parodies it a little bit, but other than that.
Oh, he was the senior British Army officer. So a little bit of personal investment, I think.
So he's saying that war isn't that violent, huh? Because I'm pretty sure that war is a ton more violent in this fucking game.
I think he just had kind of a problem with maybe the slapstick presentation.
I guess so. I mean, it doesn't take much to like understand that it's not meant to be literal. By the sure like theme song alone that says war is so much fun.
I have to admit, I had to look that up because I had a hard time believing someone was calling themselves Viscount. Oh hey, there's a Cannon Fodder 2 and 3. You can replace Commander Keen.
Oh.
Can't make it out.
Oh yeah, this game, like, Rebel Assault also has glorious cutscenes. This game is worth playing a lot for the cutscenes.
Oh yeah.
They're using like the original costumes too. I think they got those.
Did you know that the costumes from Starship Troopers found their way into Power Rangers in space?
Oh, okay.
That came up.
Power Rangers in space, which one was it? Was it like the fifth one
I
or
might
something?
I might be thinking of like Lost Galaxy. There was something where like they were... It was like after they stopped following the original group and just started doing random stuff per season.
Was
But they had like a...
Was the original group in more than one series?
Yeah, they kept them for maybe the first 4
Really?
seasons, and then they started doing spin-offs and occasionally brought them back as cameos later on.
Yeah, I know that like the cameo stuff, they have like this crossover where like there are at some point like 60 Rangers or some shit.
Yeah. It was like all of the Red Rangers.
They had
at
like
once.
one with dinosaurs, had one with like racers, had one like underwater, I think.
There's a lot of overlap at this point. They've been going for a lot of seasons. I think there's
Yeah.
like 3 dinosaurs now.
It's kind of interesting in a thing like all of these are like from the Sentai shows from Japan, and you, like watch the show and like just think about, okay, how can I fit this into a story with Power Rangers? And
You know what's wild is they've started like importing the Power Ranger shows back to Japan and dubbing ours into Japanese.
That's amazing.
So like it's its own franchise there now too.
Kind of must be kind of odd because like they have the same kind of fighting scenes as shows that ran there. I think they have some of the fighting scenes are unique, and of course when they are fully dressed up they use the Japanese footage.
Yeah, this is basically Virtua Rebel. Reload!
Yeah, you can actually aim off screen, like you can move the mouse while being in cover. Gotta be careful there, but he has lives, so he would like have to restart the whole thing and just start on the same screen.
Okay, am I back?
Yep.
Okay, Discord just restarted itself.
Oh, okay.
It was strange.
I was so close to being worms. He had a good idea there by using the bazooka and the wind, but unfortunately did not have enough power in it, so he kind of hit himself there.
The computer can do that flawlessly, of course.
Yep, the computer has perfect wind calculation.
I think that was probably the thing that bugged me the most when I was playing through that.
Oh, it does start you at the beginning in this thing. Okay. Thought it just started you in the specific stage. Oh, this feels like a real Star Wars battle right there.
Yep. Lots of hallways.
Minus the stormtroopers actually hitting.
That part's a little weird.
I guess they just shoot the same thing. I mean, it's just shoot the cover. It's kind of funny that they shoot like at him on the wall when he's in cover, but shoot like the actual person when he's not on cover.
They did have a long time on this room with the, I get the impression it's like a closet or a storage area.
Yeah.
With all the barrels.
But I mean, in my opinion, this game gets the style of Star Wars much more right than a lot of movies, modern movies.
Oh. Yeah, it does a great job at that. And some of the video games get a little bit too out there.
Yeah, I don't know where it kind of veered off for me. I'm pretty sure it was like with episode 1 on, and then also the animated show kind of veered off in a different direction style-wise. I'm not saying that that's bad or anything, it's just different.
I was muted and started talking again. I think it tends to kind of lose itself a little bit when it starts focusing entirely on the Jedi when they're supposed to be like rare and special.
Yeah, exactly. that's a very good point. Like, there's a lot of like mysticism and like temples and shit involved suddenly, and that's kind of like that's not what I think about if I think Star Wars.
Yeah, even in the movie, they established Darth Vader as kind of a weirdo.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they outright insult him because he's like an Force nerd. And then they kind of make it like that Jedi is like this super order that has been there for centuries, basically, and just one generation later, it's pretty much, nope, we don't know about the Force anymore. Just was this giant freaking war about it, but hey. Yes, Kevin. I know you like episode 1 the best. Now this is pod racing. What's kind of sad a little bit about the new movies is how good they could have been, because like, I mean, the groundwork isn't actually that bad. Just think like the story has some or a lot of serious flaws. Like the whole how Darth Vader got bad just doesn't make any sense. There we go. Takes minimal damage on the first part. Now this part he just has to watch out to not take too much damage. This is a good strat to just, as soon as everybody's gone, go out and camp the door pretty much. Yeah, the problem, I mean, the biggest problem with the prequels is that they are character-driven movies, and all of the characters are complete sleeping pills and are completely unworthy of, like, unnoteworthy. If you ask me to describe, like, Qui-Gon Jinn or whatever, I wouldn't know what to say.
I'm back.
Like, what is he? What does he do? Welcome back. Like, he's Obi-Wan's teacher, and he dies.
I think maybe they just started the movie too far back.
Yeah, the whole Anakin as a kid thing.
They could have just started with Obi-Wan. We didn't need to see who Obi-Wan's Obi-Wan was.
Yeah, I don't mind that part. Like, I kind of like the idea of Obi-Wan having a teacher and being, like, more roguish. But he isn't really any roguish. First of all, like, they put him there and he's just a whiny bitch most of the time. he's getting the hang of it. Like of all the stages, this is actually probably the easiest one in my opinion, because you don't have to move the mouse very much, especially just horizontally. Yeah, he wasn't the worst part, I agree. It's just the worst part was the characters. And he wasn't even the worst character, Anakin. Well, there is now 9 movies, with the latest one coming out. Oh, nice, he beat the stage. Onto the hilariously bad flying controls. Oh, just 9 prequels? Yeah, I mean, why not? Pretty sure they, after the 9th movie, they're gonna make more prequels at some point. I mean, they already made, like, Solo, which is another prequel. Rogue One is technically a prequel, so we already have 2 there. Rogue One is basically the prequel movie that doesn't need to be there because there's no point in telling the story. I mean, it could have been a good movie if the character, like, it's the same problem with the prequels, the characters are just not very interesting in that movie. Not a bad movie, but like, nice to look at, I guess. But I guess a lot of people like that movie, and I mean, they're free to do that. Hey, Andy. Yeah, here you can see a part of the problem. Like, if you move the mouse in one direction, it just keeps going in that direction. You have to center it again. And he makes it to the next part. That's nice. Still have a life left, though. I hope so. Oh yes, he still has a life left, so he will be able to restart the section. Because he will probably die here. Unless he makes it perfect. Oh, the Mandalorian? Yeah, I saw that. I saw the trailer and I must say that it looks, it's one of the things, like, yeah, it looks cool. It looks like a movie, that is. It looks brilliant. But I'm just, personally, I'm not a fan of characters that you know die. But that's just me. Onto the closing doors, which, I mean, Empire quality, so only a few of those doors close at a time. Makes it through it. Probably one of the hardest stages next to the X-Wing section. And you can die here, I mean, he will have to restart, but at least, like, it doesn't put it back to the very beginning like it would have in the last chapter, because this stage has no checkpoints, unfortunately. Game list is right here. It is on Rebel Assault 2, right there. That says 1 game to go. I am is on Worms, the 3rd game. just anything with that with that music and talk over it. It just makes it an epic feeling. Like this game, despite being like a movie kind of, it's kind of super immersive in my opinion.
Watch your starboard side.
We also already have races finished. First place Baldmate, second place Door of Kenya, third place Weapon, fourth place Evil Tommy Dictator. GG to all those people. I think 3-2's Discord crashed again. Disney is suing him apparently.
Master 1, we lost the kid. We can't bring him back.
Had to game over there, but I can just restart at the chapter. I also don't know exactly how the game over mechanic works, because it starts you with 0 lives. You gain lives by points, I think. So he's probably gonna get one if he beats this. Like a little bit annoying because like you have to go through the whole game over thing every time you die now.
Watch it, rookie one. One's gonna lock on you. Copy that. This one's mine.
This one's mine, haha, get it? Because they're mines. Oh. No, Kevin, you figured that out on your own. Oh, because he didn't have lives going into that section. It just saves, I guess. So I guess you can replay all the chapters to get more lives in the next chapter. So in this stage you want to kind of prioritize over movement more than the mines, but he makes it through just fine there.
I told you it'd be rookie one. I'm taking you one at 6-2-3. Copy that for me.
Yeah, this is just a shooting fest if you don't kill them immediately. It just ramps up so fast. And it's so hard to gain control back once you lose it in the stage. He got somewhat control back now, but he's kind of in trouble still. That's some nice shooting there, kid. Don't get cocky. Very close to the end there. So he should be flying. Oh god. Nice, makes it through.
Right on my tail.
Right on my tail. Okay, he has a life now, so that's nice because he kind of needs that for the next stage. Because, like, if you take it too much damage in this part, you kind of need the extra HP for the next one. I guess you can see he clearly hit that, but somehow it didn't get hit. You can also shoot these little stormtroopers that just walk by. Always found it funny, but they're super hard to hit for some reason. Ah, so close. One more, nice, makes it in. Clear the second part.
Watch out for sentry guns. They take out any floating debris. That includes us. Pull up. Watch out for that excavator.
Yeah, at this stage, there's a ton of like very, very fast arrows, which is super hard to avoid if you don't know them coming. So here's where the extra life comes in very handy, so you can just restart the part with full health.
They take out any floating debris. That includes us.
And in this stage also, definitely prioritize on the movement. The cannons actually do not that much damage. He should be fine now though. As long as he gets the movement right. And that's the last part right there.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Yeah. And he done did it. Done with Rebel Assault 2. This level is ridiculous. You die in like 4 hits and it's a few minutes long. GG on and I am for finishing Worms. He's now on to Sky Roads. Slappy slap on the last game. Shouldn't give him too much trouble. Pretty sure he knows the route. David with the puns. I'm not sure how to manipulate this lady thing. She just seems to have her own mind, and sometimes she just doesn't come down. I'm not sure, does touching her even hurt you? She might be one of those that just like shoot and can hurt you. Oh, I just kill you, oh well. Getting conflicting information. Ooh, there's the shot. Oh, nice, he makes it just in time to fall down there. Holy crap, what the heck? Never saw that before. He's coming down the waterfall. Oh god! Oh god! That's so unfortunate. Wow. Kills him at the very end there. That's so mean. Oh man. Yeah, he's probably gonna restart because he might lose too much of the blaster ammo. Else, I guess it respawns, so he can just take it again. But man, this game, like, I don't know why they went with. Oh yeah, he touched it and didn't hurt him. Why they went with one-hit kills. And like, this game is probably one of the easiest ones because of the shortcuts, but in other games there are stages which are super hard. Like King 2, the last stage in King 2 is just, it's ridiculous. A lot of super precise jumps, especially with like this jumping mechanic where it's delayed when you jump, and sometimes you just walk off. I was never a fan really of these movements in this game. Okay, this time, hope the green guy doesn't get in his face. He seems to be far enough away though. This time. Now onto the volcano stage, which luckily enough you can just skip by going on those clouds there. Like in the other Keens, there's also some movement mechanics that you can kinda abuse. If you do a very specific input, you can kinda fall off a platform and jump after you fell, which can skip a large portion of some levels where you have to like activate a bridge. But not in this, it's just straightforward. Get to the end boss, which is right in front of him. Saves right there. And this is the annoying last boss. And these shots have to be super precise, unfortunately. And you don't have infinite ammo, so you can't just spam it. It's one of the reasons why he made that save there. And you have these green guys, which you have to watch out to, because they just snipe you out of the air if you jump at the wrong time. They know exactly probably how much ammo they have, so they know when to kill themselves and just load the game. And I also don't know, like sometimes it's just it hits something in the way. The hitbox of those shots is giant. He actually doesn't load, so I hope he has enough ammo to do this still. Right there, for example, he definitely hit that thing, but it didn't count for some reason. But of course, the enemy shots, they go through everything. game, a really fair game does. Ooh, that was close. Damn. Gotta turn down the sound a little bit of this because it's getting a little bit loud in the ear. But he's so close to the end. We'll still get sub 2 hours, which is not a bad time. Have to watch out for the lag now. Have to wait until they kind of sync up there. I had a chance there, but probably was too scared to take it. Oh, this is gonna be... Okay, takes it safe there. Now he has to do the stupid hit there a second time. Chooses to go onto the thing this time, onto the platform. It's an advantage since you have less time to. Oh, is he out of ammo? Yes, he's out of ammo. Oh no. He's just gonna kill himself there to reload. That's unfortunate. I gotta reload the game. Yeah, it's a really fun boss. That's the reason why I didn't put it in the blind race. Because people would be furious in that boss. Like, I legitimately raged when I first tried to beat this. I mean, it's beatable and you can save, but it's still like, together with that quote-unquote sound, it's just, it gets to you. Playing a little bit of music to relax the ears. Alright, he did that one last thing. No. Oh no! He got hit. Ah, he was so close. He still has 25 shots left. Chooses to reload nonetheless, to just like not take the chance. And there's no reason to take the chance really. I didn't quite get the story of this game. Like, is this like evil Keen and controlling the robot? Or who is this Mortimer guy? Oh wow. Yeah, and I mean the Vorticons tried to blow up the Earth, so I'm not really sure what the plan was there. Ha, yeah. Slappity slap, it gets to him too. Like it's kind of like, I wouldn't even call it music. It's just noise. I also wonder why the level is shaped like a cat. Or maybe I'm not seeing it. But yeah, this is pretty much an example on how Keen is. It has some super easy stages and then it throws this kind of shit in your face. Yeah, they also like made all the games for at least up to 3. I think 4 to get a little bit different engine-wise, since they only use 2 buttons, which is super annoying. You have to press both buttons to shoot. So they went for super compatibility there. Yeah. I mean, nothing beats EGA. Good old pink look. Okay, he beat that thing. Now he just has 2 more. No! That sniped him right off the ground there. Ah, that's so annoying. I can feel the rage in this picture. Oh yes, DJ is what I was thinking about. Right. Yeah. Like a lot of the games used Alt and Shift and Control for their controls, which also especially like Turtles, which gives you sometimes full screen or sometimes moves your window or whatever. It's like super annoying. And there's no real easy way to turn off Windows hotkeys. Kind of have to edit the registry or something. Yeah, Celebrity Slab is giving his ears a little bit of a break, which I can fully understand. Oh, I never saw that before. Look at this, there's a Nessie. Huh. Oh. I guess there's a lot of stuff in this game that no one never knows about because you can beat it in 2 stages. But I mean, it makes sense that this game kind of is the spiritual brother to what's the NES game? Huckleberry Finn? Or Tom Sawyer, I guess. Oh, that was a very nice shot there. Gets this one very quickly this time. Ooh, almost gets crushed. Watch out. Stupid legs are pretty decent right now. Ah, this should be a good cycle. Ooh, watch out. Oh, makes it in 1. I'll have the second stupid shot. Oh, nice. I am through to Settlers. Ah. Kind of stupid that it like counts the hitbox for the shot exploding, but not actually taking out that thing. Now you got it. I just gotta be careful to instantly get on that platform. Oh god! Oh god, that was so close, he made it. Oh, gotta be careful taking out the last thing. And then just wait for the green guy to go the other way and then take out the heart, hopefully. Nice. Gets it. GG. Finish it with a time of 2 hours, 1 minute and 50 seconds. Very well done. Yeah, that boss is super annoying. And that brings us to Infinite Mystery. Now on Settlers, he's halfway done. I think we're just gonna host IM at this point. So you all can give him the best of luck. And maybe help him a little bit along the way with your moral support. So I wish to thank everyone for coming, and then especially want to thank all the racers. Boltmate, Thor of Kenya, Weapon, Evil Commie Dictator, Celebrity Slap, and Infinite Mystery. Thank you all for participating in this. And of course there will be a DOScathlon 4 at some point. I don't know exactly when that will be. Thanks also to 32 for commentating. I think his computer's acting up at the moment. He has all the programs crashing around him. It was indeed a great race. Thank you all for watching. We're going to host Infinite Mystery. He's on a different channel because I think there's like road construction or something going on, so he went to a different channel. I'm gonna host him